Hey there, roughnecks and roustabouts. Before we dive into the nitty-gritty of electrical safety on oil rigs, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and clang that notification bell so you don't miss out on future safety tips. Now let's talk about why electrical safety on an oil rig is as important as a well-maintained drill bit. Out here, we're dealing with heavy machinery, high-voltage equipment, and often wet and hazardous conditions. That's a recipe for disaster if we're not careful. One wrong move around electricity can lead to shocks, burns, fires, explosions, even death. And trust me, I've seen enough close calls to know you don't want to be anywhere near that kind of chaos. Remember, safety isn't just a set of rules. It's about protecting yourself, your crewmates, and getting home to your families every night. So, let's get our heads in the game and make sure we all go home in one piece, all right? Stay tuned for some practical tips and real-world scenarios to keep you safe out there. Alright guys, let's get down to brass tacks. When it comes to electrical safety on the rig, knowledge is power. And by power, I mean the power to avoid getting zapped. First things first, always be aware of your surroundings. Know where the electrical panels, junction boxes, and power lines are located. If you see a frayed cable, damaged equipment, or sparks flying, report it to your supervisor immediately. Don't try to be a hero and fix it yourself. Speaking of heroes, never, and I mean never, work on electrical equipment without proper training and authorization. Electricity is a fickle beast and it doesn't care about your good intentions. Only qualified electricians should be messing with wires and circuits. Remember guys, these tips aren't just suggestions, they're your lifeline out here. Stay tuned because we're about to dive into some real-world scenarios that'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. Stay safe. Now let's talk about some real-life situations you might encounter on the rig and how to handle them like a pro. Imagine this, you're walking across the platform and you see a puddle of water near an electrical panel. What do? First, stop right there. Water and electricity are a dangerous combination. Don't even think about stepping in that puddle. Instead, alert your supervisor and keep others away from the area until it's been checked out by a qualified electrician. Here's another scenario. You're using a power tool and you feel a tingling sensation. What's your move? Immediately stop using the tool and unplug it. That tingling could be a sign of a ground fault, which means electricity is finding an unintended path to the ground, possibly through you. Report the issue and get the tool checked by an electrician. Remember, these are just a couple of examples. Every situation is different, but the key takeaway is to always stay alert, use your common sense, and don't hesitate to speak up if something doesn't seem right. Up next, we'll be tackling some common electrical dangers and how to avoid them. Stay with me. Alright guys, let's get real about some of the biggest electrical hazards you'll face on an oil rig and how to sidestep them like a seasoned pro. First up, we've got electrical shocks. These can range from a mild jolt to a deadly surge, and they're often caused by contact with exposed wires, faulty equipment, or even static electricity. The best way to avoid shocks? Always wear appropriate personal protective equipment, like insulated gloves and boots. And remember that puddle scenario from earlier? Keep electrical equipment dry and away from any water sources. Next up, we've got arc flashes. These are sudden releases of energy that can cause serious burns and even explosions. To avoid arc flashes, always de-energize electrical equipment before working on it. And when working on live equipment, wear appropriate arc-rated clothing for an extra layer of protection. Remember guys, these hazards are serious business, but with the right knowledge and precautions, you can stay safe. Up next, we'll cover some practical safety tips that every rig worker should know. Don't touch that dial. Let's talk about some practical safety tips that you can use every single day on the rig. These are the bread and butter of electrical safety, the kind of stuff that becomes second nature once you've been doing it a while. First off, always inspect your tools and equipment before you use them. Look for any frayed cords, cracked insulation, or other damage. If something looks off, don't use it. Report it and get a replacement. Next, never overload circuits. Too much current flowing through a wire can cause it to overheat and potentially start a fire. If you're not sure how much load a circuit can handle, ask your supervisor or an electrician. And here's a big one. Lock out and tag out. If you need to work on any electrical equipment, always de-energize it at the source and lock out the switch or circuit breaker. Then attach a tag that clearly states your name, the date, and the reason for the lockout. This ensures that no one accidentally re-energizes the equipment while you're working on it. These are just a few simple but effective tips that can make a world of difference when it comes to electrical safety. Stay tuned because we're about to talk about making safety a daily habit. You don't want to miss this? Let's talk about making safety a part of your daily routine on the rig. It's not enough to just know the rules. You've got to live them every single day. It's like brushing your teeth. You wouldn't just do it once a week, would you? Safety's the same way. Start your day by doing a quick walk around of your work area. Look for any potential hazards like tripping hazards, spills, or damaged equipment. Report anything you find to your supervisor. Throughout the day, be mindful of your surroundings. Pay attention to where you're walking, what's around you, and what others are doing. Don't take shortcuts when it comes to safety. It might take a little longer to do things the right way, but it's always worth it. And here's a big one. If you see something, say something. Don't be afraid to speak up if you see someone working unsafely, even if they're your supervisor. Remember, everyone's responsible for safety on the rig. Make safety a habit and it'll become second nature. You'll be able to spot hazards before they become problems, and you'll be able to work confidently, knowing that you're doing everything you can to stay safe. Speaking of safety, stick around because I want to tell you about a company that's leading the charge in oil rig safety, Wixtrack Technologies. You know, guys, when it comes to safety on the rig, having the right tools and technology can make all the difference. And that's why I want to tell you about Wixtrack Technologies. These folks are dedicated to developing innovative solutions that help keep workers safe in hazardous environments like oil rigs. From advanced gas detection systems to cutting-edge safety monitoring equipment, Wixtrack is on the front lines of keeping workers safe. Their products are designed to prevent accidents, improve response times, and ultimately, save lives. So if you're looking for a partner in safety, look no further than Wixtrack Technologies. They've got your back, and they're committed to making sure you go home safe every single day. Remember, guys, safety isn't just a job, it's a way of life. Stay vigilant, stay informed, and stay safe out there. And don't forget to check out Wixtrack Technologies for all your oil rig safety needs. This article was brought to you by Wixtrack Technologies.